Nintendo is removing one of its best Switch games from stores. Grab this Nintendo Switch game physically before it's out of print. So I wasn't sure which game they were talking about, but after reading the article, I was able to get the information. And honestly, it is a game that I personally enjoyed a lot. I have played a lot of it, and hearing that this news is coming for it is really unfortunate in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get into the article. So one of the highest rated Nintendo Switch games published by Nintendo itself has started to vanish from various storefronts. Despite being over 7 years old, some of the oldest Switch games are still sold as new as just about every retail store. Games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey can all be picked up now in a brand new capacity. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this will hold true much longer for one of its best games. Noted by Nintendo, new copies of Metroid Dread seem to have disappeared from stores that includes Best Buy, Target, and GameStop. While it is still up for grabs through Amazon and Walmart, the Switch exclusive is only being sold everywhere in pre-order capacity at GameStop or as a digital code that can be redeemed on the Switch eShop. Nintendo itself hasn't explained why it's doing this, but it's likely because Metroid Dread hasn't sold at as high of a rate compared to other Switch games, which has led to it naturally printing fewer copies. All of this is to say, if you're a collector of physical Switch games, you might want to consider picking up Metroid Dread if you haven't done so already. While there's no danger of the game becoming outright unplayable, physical versions could start to become a bit more rare in the years ahead as there won't be as many copies in circulation. Released in 2021, Metroid Dread has reviewed incredibly well and it sits at an impressive 88 out of 100 aggregate score on Metacritic. Longtime Metroid fans were just as happy with Dread as well as it sits at an 8.8 out of 10 user score on the site. This makes it one of the most acclaimed Nintendo games to be released on the Switch throughout the hardware's life cycle, which is saying a lot given how strong the platform's library has been. If you're unfamiliar with Metroid Dread and would like to learn more about the latest entry in the Nintendo franchise, you can check out the synopsis and gameplay trailer below. And then just have a gameplay trailer here, and we'll go ahead and read the synopsis, and we'll have the trailer playing in the background. So upon investigating a mysterious transmission on the planet ZDR, Samus faces a mysterious foe that traps her in a dangerous world. The remote planet has been overrun by various alien life forms and murderous robots called Emmy. Hunt or be hunted as you make your way through a labyrinth of enemies in Samus' most intense side-scrolling adventure yet. Guide Samus Aran, an intergalactic bounty hunter raised by an ancient tribe, and traverse the many environments of a dangerous world. Parkour over obstacles, slide through tight spaces, counter enemies, and battle your way through the planet. Through her countless missions, Samus has never experienced a threat like the dread of ZDR. Gain abilities and return to previous areas to find new areas and hidden upgrades in classic Metroid gameplay. Planet ZDR's sprawling map is home to many secrets to discover and power to find. You'll need to be prepared to evade and destroy enemy robots and overcome Dread's plague ZDR. So this, I think, is really unfortunate because, like I said, I played a lot of Dread. I love this game. I thought it was amazing. You guys can see the gameplay up here. It was so much fun. It was such a good experience. And it was one of those things, this was like one of the few Metroid games I've actually had the pleasure of being able to play. I never got to play the classics like Metroid Fusion and the ones like that. Because the thing with those is that if you kind of want to play those nowadays, they're pretty expensive. They're pretty pricey. You have to try to look just to see if you can find them. And when you do find them, they do have a high price on them, which is really unfortunate because if that's the case, that might be what happens to Dread. If they're going to stop making copies, like it was saying, there is a possibility that further down the line in the next couple years, Metroid Dread is going to be pretty expensive if you want to get a physical copy. So I thought this was really unfortunate. I loved the Metroid Dread, and I was really hoping that they would, be able to continue on from this, especially with them coming out with Metroid Prime 4. You'd think that they'd kind of want to keep Metroid Dread available so that it would kind of help hype it up as well as be a reason for people to go back to Dread itself. So I don't know. Who knows what the future is going to entail for the Metroid franchise later on, but I don't know if this is a good thing. I feel like this is a little bit unfortunate, and this is something that kind of sucks in my humble opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think that this should be like halted as far as them making physical copies, or do you think they should be going to continue on with making more, especially with Metroid 4 coming out? So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching the song, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.